Hey guys, welcome to the Super Bowl special of I Hate Doing Dishes. And I am your gracious, flawless, magnificent host, Chris MBSAthletix. Alright, so what I've planned for the Super Bowl special is Super Bowl chicken chili. Now I know what you're thinking, you're normally used to having chicken wings on Super Bowl parties, but this time I'm trying to keep it nice and clean. Because picture this, you're watching the game, commercial comes on, you're digging into your wings, all 10 of your fingers are dirty with barbecue sauce, you want to be licking them off, your telephone rings. Oh crap. You start licking your fingers, trying to get off some of your fingers clean, then you start using 10,000 napkins, by the time you get to your phone stops ringing. So instead, we're going to keep it simple and clean. Chicken chili, all you need is a bowl and a spoon. Bowl and a spoon, baby. So for the ingredients for the chicken chili, the main ingredient will be store-bought, pre-cooked barbecue chicken. Yes, I know what you're thinking, but Chris, you always talking about how you prepare your own food. Why are you going out and buying chicken? Let's be real. Super Bowl weekend, preparing our food 3 hours before the game starts. Do you really want to be skinning chicken, deboning chicken, marinating chicken, cleaning the chicken, cooking the chicken, cutting No. Nice and simple. We'll call it a shortcut. What we're going to do with this, since the skin is what usually holds all the salt, we're going to de-skin the chicken, separate the meat from the bone, and this will be the chicken we'll use. Following ingredient, kidney beans. Use all types of beans, kidney, red beans, black beans. Do go for the ones low in sodium, because with all the ingredients we have here, it'll be a high sodium meal if you're not paying attention. Next important ingredient, corn. What's chili without corn? We're going to have carrots. We're going to probably need about 2 to 3 of these. We're going to grate our carrots inside the chili, add some sweetness to it, add some flavor, and granted, more vegetables. Now here I have is a jalapeno pepper. What you're going to need is 1 jalapeno pepper. If you also have poblano pepper, get 1 or 2 of those as well to throw in the mix, depending on how spicy you like your food. Once again, I like to have my nose running while eating food. Next here I have a orange bell pepper. You're going to need 1 orange, 1 red, 1 green, and 1 yellow bell pepper. Make the food all the more colorful, makes it much more enjoyable to eat. Next, what I got here is chicken broth. I have free-range chicken broth from Campbell's. If you can't get this particular brand of chicken broth, make sure the chicken broth you get is low in sodium. And another ingredient, diced tomatoes, canned diced tomatoes. Once again, we're cooking quick, we're cooking fast. Nobody wants to be in the kitchen cutting up tomatoes, so buy them canned, low sodium as always. As far as spices go, since we're not using ground meat or minced turkey, all you're really going to need is a bit of black pepper and some chili powder. You could throw in some oregano as an extra if you like. So next up, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to film it because it'll take way too long to show. I'm going to de-skin, undo the chicken. What you want to do with the beans is open the can, put them in a strainer, rinse them all off for a few minutes. That gets rid of most of the sodium inside the can. And I'm going to cut up the peppers, honestly cut up whichever way you want, julienne them, cube them, who cares, just cut them up. And the carrots will just be grated, and then I'll show you guys how we're going to proceed into making our Super Bowl chicken chili. Bowl and spoon, baby, bowl and spoon. Alright guys, so what I've done is, here I have a 900 milliliter chicken broth. I put about 2/3 of the box inside. Your estimate is about 2.5 cups of chicken broth. Now one thing I forgot to mention is you're also going to need 1 yellow onion. Cut that up however you want, dump it inside with the chicken broth. We're going to let this warm up a bit on medium. Here what you can see is I have the chicken, the barbecue chicken de-skinned, cut up, I chopped it up in small pieces. Here I got all my peppers cut up, the poblano, yellow, green, orange, and jalapeno peppers. Here what I've done is I've drained and rinsed out the kidney beans and black beans. And what we're going to do with the carrots is, instead of grating them in, I like to cut them into chunks so that when you're eating your chili it's a bit more chunkier and much more flavorful. While it's boiling, I'm going to throw in the spice in the beginning. That way if you forget about it, you don't need to worry about it later. And if you want a bit more flavorful, you can kick it up a notch towards the end. Sprinkle some of that inside. You don't have to put as much as I put, but I like being generous with my chili powder. Next up, sprinkle some black pepper in. Should be about right. With the spices and salt and chicken broth starting to heat up, I'm going to dump in the chicken into the pot. Whatever pieces you haven't had, whatever chunks that you didn't mash up, it's your chance now to separate them. While I waited for the mixture to boil, I took the time and liberty to cut up some of the carrots in small chunks. As you see, it's nothing crazy fancy, just cut it up lengthwise. I'm going to dump that in there. So next what I'm going to add in are the cut up peppers. Things are really going to start kicking up when we start putting in the diced tomatoes and the beans and then the corn. Now things are starting to heat up. I want you all to keep in mind that the barbecue chicken is pre-cooked, so you don't need to leave it into the pot for too long. At this point, I'm going to throw in the can of diced tomatoes. Just pour that in there. Yeah, get it all in. Now things are starting to heat up. I want you all to keep in mind that the barbecue chicken is pre-cooked, so you don't need to leave it into the pot for too long. At this point, I'm going to throw in the can of diced tomatoes. Just pour that in there. Yeah, get it all in. Start stirring that around. So I'm going to let that stir in there for a few minutes. I'm currently cooking on medium. You can put it on medium-low. After a few minutes, I'm going to dump in the beans, cover the pot, dump in the beans and the corn. Cover the pot, let things sit for a while. For the final step, I'm going to dump in the kidney and black beans into the mix. Can of corn. Sweet corn kernels. Make sure I get everything out, don't let nothing go to waste. Now, as an added bonus, what you can do, I actually got this trick from Tosca Reynolds' book. You could throw in 3 to 4 cubes of 75% or higher dark chocolate. Adds a bit more flavor to the chicken chili. So once you've stirred in your beans, your corn, and the 4 squares of dark chocolate, cover up the pot, put it on medium-low. Let it sit like that for about maybe 5 to 10 minutes. At this point, it's cooked. You could turn it on really low or just pretty much turn it off. All you need to do is go for a taste test, figure out what spices and more you need to add in. Side note, one thing I forgot to mention earlier on is to add in some cumin. Cumin will add great flavor and a great scent to the chili. So I've added in the cumin, now I'm going to go for a little taste test and see what else I need to add in to spice up the flavor a bit. Don't forget, blow into the spoons, it is hot. Okay. Everything's good. All I need to do is add in a bit more chili and some chili flakes. I like my food spicy, it's not spicy to the way I like it. But go with your taste test, see what you feel you need to add in more. So with all that said and done, that ends the Super Bowl special of chicken chili on I Hate Doing Dishes. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button at the top, like button at the bottom, share this on your Facebook and Twitter. Don't forget to post your comments to let me know how your Super Bowl chicken chili turned out. And don't forget, it's all about the bowl and spoon, baby. Bowl and spoon. So that ends the episode of I Hate Doing Dishes. Bowl and spoon, bowl and spoon. It's all about the bowl and spoon.
This message has been Chris Latham approved.